Elden Ring co-op spin-off Nightreign network test announced, and you can register for it soon. Feeling all out of swords. So I seen the trailer for this. This was another one that was released at the Game Awards, and this one I think is a little bit weird. Just because when I first saw the trailer and everything, and it showed like Elden Ring, my first initial thought was just like, "Oh, nice. Is this like gonna be like a sequel or like a DLC?" But no, it's actually like a spin-off game. So the fact that they're going in that direction, I think, is a little bit weird just because, with these types of games, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro, it's usually a single player game where you have the possibility to do co-op if you want to, but for the most part it's meant to be played as a single player. So the fact that they have it so that it is something that you play in co-op mode, like, all together, that's like the main focus of it. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit weird, but at the same time, it is pretty cool that they are trying to do something different. They are trying to go at least in a little bit of a different direction while sticking to, the story and the lore and the IP that they have for it. So I think that that part's pretty cool about it. And they did give us a trailer for it, so we will go ahead and check it out. I'm just gonna go over the article we got here per usual, and then once we get through that, we'll check out the trailer and see what we got. So the Elden Ring team will be hosting a network test for its upcoming co-spinoff Nightreign. The test itself will take place in February and serve as a preliminary verification trial for a handful of select testers. As you would expect, those who manage to secure themselves a place on the network test will be able to play a portion of the game prior to its launch. I know plenty of people who will be itching to give this a go. I don't know who the fuck that is. Various technical verifications of online systems will be examined by conducting large-scale network load tests. Read the Elden Ring Nightreign information page. Those interested in taking part in the upcoming network test will be able to register for the chance from the 10th of January. According to network test webpage, it will be available across PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles. Steel your resolve, Night Flares, the Elden Ring team wrote on social media. As Ed reported last night, players who take on Elden Ring Nightreign on its release will have to outlast a 3-day and night cycle, making split decisions about combat and exploration across changing maps to become strong enough to take down terrifying bosses at the end of each day. So that's a little bit cool with like the little direction they're going to be trying to go in that regard. This will see players returning to the Roundtable Hold, but the game will take place in a parallel universe to Elden Ring. On Nightreign's debut, there will be 8 set characters from players to choose from, and each night of the map will shrink down in size. And of course, there will be plenty of enemies to fight off. Each session will culminate in the third night when they must face off against the chosen Night Lord. Read the spin off's official blurb. Individuals can fight the night alone, but strength will come in numbers. Night Fares must learn to operate to take down these challenges, combining their unique abilities together for an unparalleled experience in the Elden Ring universe. So I don't know, man. I kind of like that. The fact that you kind of have to figure things out on your own, but at the same time, you're gonna have people there to kind of help you out, which is pretty cool. All is not lost for those who fall in defeat. Unsuccessful runs will grant players relics to allow them to customize and upgrade their characters tailored to their personal play styles. So that's a little bit weird. So I'm wondering if like someone is so good at this game and they don't die at all, are they not going to be able to get like customizable updates and stuff like that, or is it just going to be one of those things where they will, but if you die, it's you're probably not going to get as much. So that's a little bit weird. And then last week, From Software boss Hidetaki Miyazaki stated Elden Ring 2 isn't in development. However, the standalone spin-off is still expanding upon the franchise, and not too long after Elden Ring received its widely praised expansion, Shadows of Erdtree. Elden Ring, more like Elden Win. Boo. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm actually kind of digging that the way they're trying to go and like kind of make it so that players get an opportunity to check it out and everything like that beforehand. More than likely, they are going to be doing that just to kind of get that little test run to see how this game is playing with co-op players and everything like that, because chances are, since they've kind of had this formula that they've been doing for so long, they probably want to give this a test run just to be sure, instead of just kind of doing it on their own and then coming out with it, which in my opinion I think is pretty smart, because then they're going to be able to get a lot of good feedback from players and everything like that. So that's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and check out the trailer here and then we'll see what we got. And then I'm just a little curious if it is one of those things that, since I've never played Elden Ring, I haven't picked it up yet. If some of those locations that you see at the beginning, if some people can recognize certain areas and it does look familiar to them, kind of a thing. Blue fire. Bandai Namco Entertainment. I think that part looks crazy right there. From Software. And then I'm wondering, is that supposed to be like the bonfire that you usually kind of rest at, kind of a thing, or is that something else? Are they taking that away?
Seekers of redemption, you were chosen, thrown together by forces beyond our control.
So like areas like this, is this all stuff that's familiar to anyone that's played Elden Ring, or is this all kind of new to you? Since it is, like it stated, kind of like a little bit of a different, like an Elseworld from the Elden Ring franchise, kind of a thing. And this I like the fact that you are able to do like kind of like combo moves together with other players. You can knock one dude up and then another person can attack, or you can like smack him back and then another person comes from a distance to kind of get him as well. I think that's really cool, the direction that they're going with that.
Tragedy must be averted.
Averted.
And for that, I need your help.
And that's one of the things that kind of makes me laugh with this part right here, is seeing, some of these players going up against what looks like a boss. So that's a boss battle right there. Because I feel like there's gonna be at least one person out there, probably many actually, that are probably gonna be like, you know what? I know this is a co-op game and everything like that, but I'm gonna try to attack these bosses on my own. You know what I mean? Try to see if I can beat it, but on my own, kind of a thing. And knowing how, some people are with these games and everything like that, I feel like I'm not gonna be surprised if someone's like, yeah, I beat the whole game on my own without any type of help, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? And I like that, the way you're able to use that bird to kind of guide you around. I think that's cool.
The night is far from over.
Beautiful.
Little pillager, bent on stacking the lands of gold. I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
Fluffy.
Band together and prepared to
Oh, I
play.
didn't notice that. That was actually pretty cool. The way it was a three-headed dog and then they all separated. That was actually pretty awesome.
The life of the Night Lord.
Elden Ring Nightreign. $2025. Cool. So yeah, I'm actually curious though, if they're gonna be coming out with this game next year, what exactly. So January is when they're gonna be doing their little test run for it. I'm like curious if it's gonna. Chances are it's probably gonna be like closer to like the middle of year, if not the end of the year, kind of a thing. But I think it looks good. I'm kind of curious again, was like I stated before, as to the direction it's gonna feel like for players that have been playing these games for so long. If it is gonna be something that is just a regular Dark Souls or Elden Ring kind of formula, or if it is gonna feel a little bit different, knowing that you are gonna be having co-op players and that. from what it seems like from the little bit of gameplay as well as some of the story, I'm wondering if there's parts of the game where like you can't technically progress unless you have someone there helping you, and if it is one of those things where it's only players that are going to be online that are going to be able to help you out, or if they're going to have it so that you can actually have some like NPC companions and everything like that. So stuff to consider, stuff to think about. But once the game gets closer to release, I'm sure we'll be able to get some more of that information given to us and everything like that. So looks pretty cool in my opinion. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is this going to be something you're going to be picking up? Is this going to be something you're going to be checking out if given the opportunity? So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.